Okay, so for the 30-day challenge podcast intro, the script specifies a number of different sound effects and also some circus music. Now, I've got most of the sound effects I want, but there's one or two I could do with extra, but most importantly, I need to find some music. And if I always use productiontracks.com. Personally, it's my favourite place because they've got a lot of music and sound effects, as you can see. They also do stock video footage and stock photos, but they're particularly good with the royalty-free music and the sound effects. If I click on royalty-free music, you'll get a better idea of what's going on here. You can see down the left there, it shows all the different categories you can get. So there's an awful lot of different sorts of music you can get on here, and you just do a search and find what you want. And now, if you're particularly interested in just having some sort of background intro music, and you're a beginner, you're fairly new to this, and you don't really want to have to edit anything, then if you check out 30-second spots, these sorts of things will be very easy to use and mean you don't have to edit anything. You can just fade it out, or you can leave it playing underneath until it runs out on its own. Now, as you can see with these, you can preview any of them. So Driven by Funk, if you want to preview that. You won't be able to hear this because you're hearing the audio from my microphone, but all you do is click preview and it will play the piece of music. It will have somebody speaking over it. It will have somebody speaking over it. You didn't hear that, but that blasted my earphones, so I couldn't hear myself speak. They have basically a watermark voice over the top because it's a preview. Obviously, you don't get that when you buy it. As you can see on here, there's two sorts of licenses. License A is private use, non-commercial, educational. License B, which is usually a lot more expensive, is commercial, for profit or distribution. So you need to be honest about this. If you're taking a piece of music and you're going to be using it for example, if you're creating a DVD and you want to put something on the DVD, a training DVD, and you want the music for the intro or to connect pieces of the film, then you will need to pay the extra cost. So let's go back and let's do a search because we want circus music. Oh, the other thing you can get on here, particularly again if you're looking at 30 or 60-second spots, is they do a certain number of collections of music. So if you want quite a few different pieces of music, but all sort of the 30-second commercial type music, then you can also buy it in collections instead. Right, so we're going to search for circus. Just circus should do. Let's do a little search of circus. And want to see what have we got. I wanted quite a traditional circus piece of music. What was that top one? Let's try this one. As I said, you can keep listening and searching to it for as long as you like until you find the piece you want. I'm going to blast myself out with this. Let me just check this is the one I want. Yes, that's perfect. It's got that traditional circus tune, plus it's got some sort of background sound effects, cheering, clapping, and that sort of thing. So I'm going to select that, and because this is for educational use, because we are not taking money on the 30-day challenge and it's for the podcast intro, should Ed use it, we shall take license A, MP3 download, which is included with every license, and we'll add to the cart. There it is in our cart. I'm going to continue shopping, but it's the same with the sound effects. If you go to sound effects and there's a particular sound effect you want, for example, I want a snare drum, perhaps, and you just click go, and it will tell you, it'll give you lots of different options. It lists them in order of relevance, so you can decide which one you want, and gradually the relevance decreases. So I'm going to listen to some of these and I'll come back to you in a moment. Right, I just wanted to show you this. I've picked some circus music, a drum roll and a female scream, just because I wasn't completely happy with the scream I already had, and I've got some drum rolls and some cymbals, but I just wanted something different to break it up a little bit, so we haven't got too much of the same drum roll. So all I do, now that I've paid, is click here to download my tracks, and it's very simple. I just right click, save link as, because I'm in Flock. If I was in Explore, it would be save target as 30-day challenge 2008 intros. Got lots going on there, so I'm actually going to put it in the voiceover one, which is just as busy. Lots going on, in fact. So I'm going to make its own little folder just so I remember where they are. Call it production tracks, and I'm going to save that as drum roll, and I think I've got a few drum rolls, so I'm just, to be on the safe side, going to call it drum roll 4. And that doesn't look right because it's saving it as a PHP. So let's remove that. Let's try again. Let's see if I click on it what it does. Okay, that's an MP3 saved to disk. Let's try again. Okay, documents, 30-day challenge, production tracks. I shall save it as their file and change the name in a little while. Let's do the same with the scream. And we'll do the same with the circus music. Okay, all those are saved. You should also now have an email if you've ordered something, so you can go back to this download page. If when you were ordering you, just to be on the safe side, wanted to have it on CD, then you'll have filled out the extra bits for that and they will send those through to you as well. But that's all that done. It's time to go and mix some music and sound effects.